I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine, so let's talk about it. Deadpool and Wolverine. I just watched this movie, and I first want to commend Sean Levy for directing this movie. This is his first MCU movie, as well as the first MCU movie that's R-rated. And I think he fucking nailed this movie. This movie showcases and welcomes Deadpool and Wolverine to the MCU, and I feel like this movie was almost a love letter to the Fox and Marvel films. And I think that the way that they had gone about it really shows the respect and care, as well as poking fun at kind of what Fox created. But I feel like they have a really, really good balance to show that respect, but also to just make fun of the situation. And I think that they did a really, really good job of portraying that. I think bringing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine was a very, very big risk, as he played that character so well and it ended so well with Logan. So I think that they had a big risk and they took it. And I think that they did a really good job with the story and how he was brought back. So that way, whatever was going on with his character in Logan and how it ended, it didn't take away from that. Or at least I didn't think that it did. I think that it was like most time travel movies. I think that it was done really well, and they did it with a lot of care. That being said, I'm so happy to have Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, because he is just, that's who he was born to play, I feel like. And I feel like Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. And even though I know that they're friends in real life and I was expecting really good chemistry, I was honestly so surprised how much I loved them together. I loved the two of them playing their characters. I know that they're great individually, but together it was just phenomenal. And I feel like at times I was like grinning from ear to ear. I was just smiling so much and laughing. And even when they were fighting, it was so good. I felt like they had these moments of kind of like good cop, bad cop, buddy type films, and I like that, and I've always loved those types of relationships, and I think that they killed it. They freaking killed it. And even when they were fighting, they killed it. And let's talk about the fighting in that movie. The action sequences were so cool. They were so good. They were so creative. They're so clever. I loved watching it. They were like some of the best scenes in the movie. I also feel like the music that they used within those scenes were perfect, and they just played into it, and it was so entertaining and playful and fun, but also fucking badass. There was one point in the movie that I think was referencing Old Boy in the way that they filmed it, and it was just, I wish that I had the movie already on streaming services, because I would play that scene back multiple times just to see everything that's going on, because there's so much happening. I knew going into this movie that there'd probably be some cameos. I'm not gonna spoil them, but some of the cameos were so phenomenal. There was actually one point that my jaw literally dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, this person's in this movie. That's so freaking cool. And not only were they cool, not only were the cameos cool, I felt like the cameos actually had a purpose and played a bigger part to the movie, which I thought was so cool, because most times it's just a cameo and you're like, oh, hey, it's that guy. But in this, they actually moved the plot forward. They gave them heart, and they took the care to really respect the characters that were in this film. So I really appreciated that. Overall, I feel like this is exactly what the MCU needed. I'm not a huge Marvel fan. I like some movies and I dislike some others. I'm not all into the whole universe of the MCU and so many MCU movies, because I feel like there's just, it's oversaturated. But I do feel like this movie really did a good job of bringing that MCU hype back and the feeling that we all had when it first initially started. I think Sean Levy did a wonderful job directing, especially a big movie like this, because I don't think, besides a few other films, he's really done like some major films like this. So props to him. I think this movie was super, super entertaining. It was so fun, minus, the plot. It was fine. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but that's not what you're there for. You're there for Deadpool and Wolverine, and it was so, so cool to see Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine and just to see their chemistry. I would highly recommend seeing this movie. I think it's super, super fun, super entertaining, and just it just felt like a good summer movie. So definitely check it out. Anyway, that is my review. Let me know what you guys think and what you thought if you have seen the movie. And if you've liked this, give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.